Well, hello and welcome to Tier Fun. I am Andrew, your guide through Modern, and this, if you haven't noticed, is a very full cup of brown water. We're here today kicking off Guilds of Ravnica Modern with a Chance for Glory deck. Chance for Glory, creatures you control gain indestructible, period. Period. They will always be indestructible. Kind of awesome. You can do a lot of fun things with this deck. I chose the first thing that came to my mind, which was jamming into a Glorious End Sundial of the Infinite style turns deck. Sundial of the Infinite ends the turn, so these cards both read at the beginning of your next end step, you lose the game. You just end the turn at that end step with the trigger on the stack. Voila. You no longer lose the game. Pretty great. I had it at 4 Sundials originally, but then I decided that this is just straight up a dead card, and Angel's Grace does the same thing functionally with regards to the lose the game trigger. Plus, it's also great at fogging. This deck, I've been playing it. I played it originally without Saheeli. It's now called Saheeli Turn, so spoiler alert. A little bit of the cart before the horse there. But I was playing it originally without Saheeli, and I was having trouble ending games. I wasn't having trouble doing janky things. Sorry, I was playing it without Felidar Guardian. I was playing it with Saheeli. I wasn't having trouble doing weird, fun, janky things like giving yourself indestructible Snapcaster mages, flashing them back, ending the turn, or sorry, copying them, ending the turn with Sundial the Infinite, getting multiple indestructible Snapcaster mages, recasting Chance for Glory, ad nauseum. Well, not the card ad nauseum, but the English word ad nauseum. I guess that's Latin. Anyways, I decided we could jam a couple of Felidar Guardians in there just as an oops, I win. This might end up needing to go up to 3, maybe even 4 instead of these Gideons. But Gideon is just another way to not lose the game with our 8 lose the game. This deck is very dangerous to its own self. You as the pilot, you have to watch out for your deck killing you as much, or if not more than your opponent killing you. So Gideon is another semi-removal spell, a fog, if you will. And it also is a threat. So I'm on 2 Gideons, 2 Felidar Guardians. I'm not sure which one I want to go with. But I found that I was winning a lot of games with just indestructible Snapcaster mages or Snapcaster looping and getting there with Saheeli Rai. So it's kind of a Splinter Twin deck, kind of a weird turns fog deck. I've been having a lot of fun with it. I think I saw Saffron Olive had just a red-white version. I like this version a little better just to give ourselves a little bit more interaction, and we get Saheeli Rai, Felidar Guardian, just to win the game out of nowhere. I think that's basically it. Main deck. Sideboard. We've got a whole lot of goodies. We got our Tron hate, crumble to dust, never leave home without it, except for when you do. We've got Anger of the Gods and Settle the Wreckage for creature-based decks. We have a big old package for control and mid-range. Keranos and Planeswalkers in general are actually phenomenal when you're taking extra turns. And we have just Wear Tear and Engineer Explosives for our flexible answers. The deck has performed quite well against mid-range strategies. It could be that we actually want at least these cards main deck and switch up on some of the go away from Saheeli, Felidar Guardian, etc. But I've been having success with the deck as is, and I want to get this version out there to you guys to watch. Just to get it out there. I think this is a good jump off point regardless of what happens in the deck. Glorious End is a very powerful and I think underplayed card in Modern. It does have a huge drawback, but being able to end the turn, this card plays like a better Cryptic Command, or a lot of the time. Better, maybe not better, but it plays like a Cryptic Command a lot of the time that costs 3. There is a big drawback, so it does have a deck building constraints. And honestly, if we had 4 more Glorious Ends, I think this deck would be even better than just Chance for Glory. But Chance for Glory is really cool, and I'm excited. I'm excited to get this thing rolling. Hopefully we can do some fun things, make some indestructible Snapcaster mages, or just, do the good old-fashioned Felidar copycat combo. Without further ado, let's get into some matches, my friends. Oh boy, here we are for round 1 with Saheeli turns. We're on the play, and we have, woo, spicy hand, risky hand though, but I trust that we'll be able to draw lands. I trust it. We can just lead on Sacred Foundry tapped. And pass that sweet, sweet turn. Expedition map. Ooh, Tron. Tron alert, everyone. I think we're pretty good against Tron. We get to put that to the test, though. I would have loved to have drawn... I guess drawing a land there is great, but I would have loved to have drawn a Sundial. Opponent will not get turn 3 Tron, thank the lords. Thank the lords of magic. But they will get turn 4 Tron. Or will they? We actually get to Glorious End them. Ha ha ha. How the turntables have turned, Tron. So we can counter this expedition map here, which I'm just gonna do. What do they get? Urza's Tower, okay. So we're losing out on playing Saheeli this turn, but that's fine. There's a small chance they wouldn't have cracked the map if we played Saheeli, but I really just want to get it. I want to get that sweet Tron piece. Ooh, we could... No, don't counter now. Be vigilant. Be smart. See what they reveal. Ooh. Oh. Well, now it just doesn't matter. So we're going to play Chance for Glory into Saheeli. Are we? Stevens is fine here. Yeah, we're not going to play Chance for Glory yet. So we're going to have Glorious End. They do get this Expedition map search, but we'll get to Glorious End and counter their first, big Tron piece, and just hope that's all they have. So they got a tower. Okay, makes sense. Let's see what this is. Hopefully it's not anything with a cast trigger. It could be. I guess we get to... Yeah, we get... Ooh. Do we even care about this? I think we do. If our plan is to win with Saheeli tokens, which it seems like it is right now, we do care about that. Undo. Sacrifice at least one of these. Island. We're going to start scrying with Saheeli. Don't want to fetch this. Remand is fine enough. It's bad for anything with the cast trigger, but otherwise we're good. And I'm okay fetching it away too if need be. Alright. So we are still spinning our wheels. We need to assemble something here. Ballista for 5. Okay. Chromatic Sphere, sure. So I assume they're just going to ping down Saheeli. Yeah, that makes sense. We don't care about Remand here. Well, I guess we do care about Remand. We'll untap with Remand. Lightning Bolt here so the Ballista doesn't just ruin our day. Alright, and if that's all the opponent has, we can breathe a sigh of relief. Looks like that is all they have. Don't draw anything. Don't draw anything. Please. Looks like they drew something. Kind of bad for us. Ooh, not too bad though. Let's fetch here. So Remand cycles us through, looking for a chance for no, looking for the other one, the one that ends the turn. I guess they can just recast it, huh? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, unfortunate, but they can't do much with our hand here. Nope, they have 6, not 7. Tron math is hard. Ooh, yeah, they can get. They still get 6 here, but they can get another tower. Glorious end. All right. Chromatic Star, you got it, friend. So, ideal turn here is opponent empties their hand somehow, and then we just get to get Karn. Okay, well, we still get to get Karn. Countered. I guess we should have taken Chance for Glory, cast Chance for Glory there, because we only have 1 Angel's Grace. All right. We've gone through a Karn and a Walking Ballista. Oh, another Walking Ballista. That's no good. 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So they have 9. Okay, well, we got to rip something next turn. We have to actually, we just have to rip Saheeli into, it doesn't even work. Yeah, we're just dead. All right, you win this time, Tron. Snapcaster, Angel's Grace, and then we just die. Yeah. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. But we do have sideboarding games. Sideboard for sure crumbled to dust. And negate. I think that is it. Remand seems fine. Gideon seems fine. I guess we're just going to go down lightning bolts. Call it a day. We could certainly bring in a Keranos or a Jace maybe. But I think that's alright. Keranos just to end the game. Same Jace just to control the game. Do I want that? Well, we don't. We don't even get it. Jace would have been... I think I do like the idea of Jace. Yeah. We're going to keep it even though it's a one-lander. We are going to cast Opt here off of Hollowed Fountain. Lands are all we care for. Sorry, Snap. Land? Okay. Okay, we're just looking for lands. I'm definitely playing the Snapcaster Mage for beatdown. It's great to have a Snapcaster down for before we cast anyways. Cast Chance for Glory. Or before we cast Saheeli Rise, so then Saheeli can have some targeting. Alright, so Power Plant revealed. Ba-boom. Power Plant played. Expedition Rapture. The beatdowns commence. Ooh, what a good rip. Opponent can't do anything too crazy next turn. I think I'm going to set up Saheeli just to start the Scry engine. Though Gideon ends the game quicker, so that might actually be correct here. Remand. Yeah, that's fine. If we're spinning our wheels, we want to be drawing cards. That's kind of why we have Remand at the deck. Okay, opponent did nothing. Chance for Glory. Yeah, we'll keep that too. And we're going to leave up our mana here. We could have also just bounced Snapcaster to get in for 4 and Opt. That might have been the line, actually. There's this tower. So let's remand. Oof, I don't like remanding this, so we're not going to. It does give them access to green mana, but I'd rather just counter whatever they have. Like if this is an Ancient Stirrings coming down, or Sylvan Scrying, I think we just remand it, actually. They can cast that some other turn. Ooh, this turn they had a forest. So we delayed them another turn from Tron by forcing them to play that. They might have wanted to play that anyways, but that's what that remand did. Ideally, we strand that in their hand, but c'est la vie. Okay, now we're going to get in for some damage here. Ooh, opponent has to discard? Hello. What did he discard? Nature's Claim. Ha! So let's get the Opt. Tempted to not even play it and just Chance for Glory to keep this token around. Yeah, let's do that. This is the aggro side of the deck. Boop. Get another turn. Get another Snapcaster. Oh, right. Is it exile tokens? Okay, so yeah. It doesn't stick around, but we do get another Snapcaster here. If we had a Sundial of the Infinite, then it would stick around. We need a way to end the turn. Let's fetch here. Make sure we're going to have to be burning these Angel's Graces here. I guess we can play Gideon too. We're doing it my way. Kind of going off. So this is what the deck wants to be doing. Exile tokens. Looking for a Sundial. If we had a Sundial, and I guess we wouldn't have had the extra mana, but we would have been able to do some really cool stuff. We'd have, I think, 3 Snapcaster Mage tokens. 3. It's Gideon here. Emblem, so we can't lose. Attack opponent down to 3. And yeah. The trigger goes off the stack because we have a Gideon, and opponent is dead here. There's nothing Tron can do from this point. So yeah, Saheeli turns. That's besides stringing. That's basically what the deck wants to be doing. Besides just also having a combo aspect. Yeah, we can let that resolve. We can attack with Gideon here. We can attack, yeah. See, Tron. Tron should know by now. Not to mess with me. We're going to run it back. Tron. Enemy of Tron. Number one, perhaps. You'd have to ask Tron fans if Tier Fun is the biggest enemy or not. Or if it's Saffron Olive. It's probably Saffron Olive. But I like to say I'm Tron's second biggest enemy. This probably sounds like I'm peeing, but I'm not. Just pouring some coffee. Brown water. Whew, that was close. Brown water. Good sponsor of the stream. Friend, all around good guy. Brown water. Also, Card Sphere. Ding! Get your stuff from Card Sphere. We're mulliganing this. And we're keeping this. This is sensual. We'll keep third land too. Ooh, opponents got the expedition map. They might have early Tron here. Oh no! Okay, they have turn 3 Tron. Not good. Ooh, turn off auto yields. So we're getting white. We do get to remand. Okay, negate's actually quite good here. I might still remand into negate. Depends on what it is. Yeah, we're gonna remand into negate still. Live life on the edge. Okay. Looking for a nope. Still need to negate. But we are definitely looking for a crumble to dust now. Or Snapcaster. Snapcaster buys us a lot of time as well. Negate. Be gone. Ooh. Ah, that hurts. Great card. Ancient Stirrings, phenomenal. Another Karn, great. Okay, well, now we need something. Do need double white. Felidar Guardian, huh? Exile target permanent. They'll exile Gideon. Or we can play Saheeli Rai. I think I'm gonna play Saheeli for the Scry. Saheeli Scry, they call her. In that case, we should probably play and fetch here. And get the island. Make them afraid. Snapcaster Mage. I think that's fine. You know what? Angel's Grace is not the best here, is it? So they're not actively threatening our life total pretty much ever. We do need it just because of however many... Because we're running so many you lose the game cards. But it's at its worst here. So I'm assuming this is... Ooh, Thought-Knot Seer. That's actually pretty good for us. So they have to take Felidar Guardian. But we now have access to Snapcaster Negate for Karn. We can always just rip another Felidar Guardian here. Of course, we only have one more, but... Bad downside is we don't have any way to remove this Thought-Knot Seer, so this is a real... I think we just want... They've got to have something else here, right? Oh... Is this enough? Okay, it is enough. So, Ballista... If we were to -2 here, Ballista would just get the Saheeli Rai. Is that just still fine? I think we're going to scry here. Glorious End, yeah. Alright, so we're going to Snapcaster negate the Karn. Hopefully they do that. Well, I guess it really doesn't matter then, huh? Okay, so what's our game plan here? We can protect the Saheeli. 4, 5, 6. We do need to block the Thought-Knot Seer, though. I don't think we can protect Saheeli, so let's just let it die. Especially now that they can pump so many things into it. Sure. We're on a quick clock. So opponent pumping the Ballista. Yep. Interesting to me that they did not want to cast Karn. Oh, here it is. So let us negate. This Ballista is actually really good. We had the original. We had sure. We had the Karn game or the Tron game plan on lock, but this Ballista was not part of my calculations. Glorious End, sure. Do we play 1, 2, 3, 4? No, we don't play the Guardian. This is the main reason why I don't run more Felidar Guardians in this list. Anyways, they end up stuck in our hand because we want to be doing other things almost all the time. We only ever want to see this if it wins the game on the spot. Sure, that's when this works for me. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they can deal us 6 damage here. Three, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That doesn't change the math. Four, 5. Yeah, let's just end our turn here. Use the Cryptic Command mode. Well, might as well play the Guardian now. Are we just dead here? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5, and they add 5 more. Yeah, we are just dead. Maybe they don't see it, though. Once again, trying to get around Split Second by an instant speed activation, but Split Second don't play like that. Split Second says, don't you use the stack, only I can use the stack. I'm the stack master. Bow before me. Would love to. Would love to use Ghost Quarter's ability. Who knows why they did that? I don't know. Okay, so 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 2, 4, 6, 3, 6, 9, 15, 16, so they can have 8. Yeah, we're just dead here. If they start adding counters, I'm just going to concede. Yeah. You got me. You got me. You got me. And here we are for round 2. We are on the play, hoping to do the winning and not do the losing. Whew. I think we got a mulligan this. If we're on the draw, I'd probably keep it, but one land, no scry, no thank you. We'll keep 6 though. And we'll say goodbye to the Snapcaster. Fairly well. On your journey to the bottom of my library. Oh, no, 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 no. That was close. Almost F6'd my turn. Oh, Tron again? Those Tron bastards still never leave me alone. This is like a final boss run. Boss rush. Oh, this is great, but I need lands. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Oh, no. We've missed a land, and Tron is going to have turn 3 Tron. No. Lands. Let's see what they got. Ooh, good. I think we can safely concede there, right? Yeah. All right, Tron package. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do we want to switch anything else up? I don't think so. No lightning bolts, please, and thank you. Let's just get back at it. So any deck's going to lose if you only get 1 land. Opponent thankfully has no idea what we're up to. We could just look like a really bad storm list or a really bad storm hand. So if we draw a decent hand here, we're going to catch our opponent with their pants down, and I think this is decent. Opponent mulliganed. Just looking for... I guess this isn't the best hand against Tron, but it's a pretty good hand in a vacuum. Probably should have got a white source there. Snapcaster, turn 3, Snapcaster negate. Yeah, I guess we're alright with that. Sorry, Snapcaster opt. Ooh. That's a good draw. Opponent reading Sundial of the Infinite. Man, I can't put in words how disappointed I was to get this as my rare in M12. Ooh. It's a card that's like, well, that'll be good eventually. Is that eventually now? I think it is. I think we've reached playability. I'm just gonna pass here. If opponent does something bad, we can glorious end. Make sure they use that mine. Yep, that is not something bad. We're not in a position where we can glorious end an Ancient Stirrings, though I really want to. We have to save it. Worldbreaker, great. Right on time. So they need a green source for Worldbreaker, but that is a card we should be aware of. Hollowed Fountain, yes. Snapcaster Mage is going to get to do his beatdown thing. Hopefully we start chaining these angels. Ooh. We need a land, but I am keeping it. Because we're going to draw a land. Goodbye, Tower. Crumble to Dust is a great Magic card. Shoot. Get out of here, Tron. Oh, oh yes. 4 mana, win the game. All right, so just if we could have also played like Chance for Glory, attack, end the turn next turn, or just play Gideon. Actually, yeah, we'd play Gideon Emblem next turn. We'd still be in a pretty good spot, but Crumble to Dust was the play there. Not the fun play. Not the fun play, but it was definitely the play. We'll run it back. Ooh. Nothing to see here. I would like to beat Tron. Ooh, it looks like we might. Opponent needs turn 3 to get out from under this. I mean, they're not always gonna concede to Crumble to Dust. Like, it's a very good card against them, but it's not game over, right? We still need pressure. And because of that need of pressure, we are... Ooh, they're on 1 land. We're definitely putting a Snapcaster Mage down on turn 2. So this is gonna win the game again. Poor Tron. You kind of feel bad for him at some point, right? Do you? Let me know in the comments if you feel bad for Tron. I would like to negate this, but we cannot. We'll let them fetch up whatever land they want. I don't think playing a Snapcaster Mage would influence their fetching, but no reason to do it until they've fetched. Alright, so now we get... I guess an island here is fine. Emblem. Opponent needs an answer for Gideon now. Ooh, another Sylvan Scrying. Not the hand you want against a permission-based deck. Opponent got the tower. This is non-basic, right? I'd be tempted to get that forest, but I'm not that greedy. I'm very greedy, but I'm not that greedy. We're going to give opponent some life here. We're going to go to combat. We're going to attack. And then we're going to get rid of this mine. Boop. Oh, no, 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 no. That was bad. That was very bad. Opponent just conceded. Okay, well, I didn't get a chance to... I clicked right through getting rid of the mines. Opponent thankfully didn't notice, and we still got the win. But they would have had to concede there. What were we going to draw? Feldar Guardian. This was going to be a long game. Gideon might have ended it, but we weren't going to draw any extra turns. Okay, that would have been good. Yeah, this. I guess this is a 2-turn clock, right? So yeah, that game was going to end. But whew, don't click through your important spells. Here we are for round 3. Hopefully we're not playing against Tron. Do we keep a double? This is basically a mulligan to 6. I think we can mulligan. Yeah, this hand sucks too, but we're going to be alright with it. It's slow, and we can bottom that. But we do get to bolt things starting turn 2. No Tron, zone. No Tron, zone. Ooh. Glad we got these bolts. Interesting. Infect. I wonder what our matchup's like. We don't have that much spot removal. We'll probably have to bring in the sweepers post board. I'm going to opt right now because I really want to find a land. Sundial. Good with these cards. But we need mana. If there's a mana, if there's a land underneath the Sundial, I'm gonna regret not keeping it, but we're gonna play a little conservative. I'm regretting not keeping it, but that's okay. We still have 2 more Sundials and 4 Angels Glories or Angels Grace and etc. etc. Opponent does not attack wisely. Oh man. All right, well we can shuffle that back in now. That's actually pretty good. We're not going to block with the Snapcaster because I want to make it indestructible forever. It makes it so we can't lose to Glistener Elf. Because I mean, I guess Infect does run whatever that -5/-5 thing is. Good. I'm good to take 1 in the air to here. We don't want them to just play a pump spell and fizzle our lightning bolt. Burning Infect isn't quite as popular these days, but you really want to deal with Infect out of combat. I kind of want to get rid of that too, but I think Snapcaster Opt is our line. Hollowed Fountain, yeah. This should set off warning signs to our opponent that we're not even trying to get rid of their creatures. We'll take the second bolt for sure. And if... no. Well, we're not gonna... We'll make them spend mana on their turn. Could have attacked there. So now they get to just activate Ink Moth, but I'm okay with that. Ooh, Apostle's Blessing. Yeah, that's fine with me. Oh. Dang. I wanted to bolt that, but they have green up again, so we're not doing anything. Conservative, conservative, conservative. Not today, Infect. And opponent concedes. Okay, well, I don't think we're that good against Infect, but I guess that was their only Infect creature and they didn't feel like drawing it out. Okay, well, yeah, we were going to win. Yeah, don't concede against the deck just because things feel really bad, because you don't know what you're playing against always. I guess they probably just thought we were Jeskai control. I'm going to keep in the Sundials. They seem fine. Did we just run it back? Dispel Negate seems good. More so than Remand. We'll take all the Remands out here. Is Jace any good here? Gideon's great against Infect creatures. Do we want to bring in Engineered Explosives? I guess so. I think I'm going to bring in that over anything else because it gets around damage-based, like pump spells. I could bring in Settles. Over what, though? Probably should bring them in. Gideon's fine. We could just trim a Saheeli and a Felidar. So we're pretty much dead by turn 4, or we have the game under control by turn 4, especially with how we sideboarded. So I think cutting down on the Saheeli package is right. Opponent mulliganed. I will be drinking some brown water. It seems like good a time as any to remind everyone that if you'd like any of these sweet new Guilds of Ravnica cards, you can get them at cardsphere.com. Cardsphere.com. The best place for card acquisition and trade. We're going to bolt this right away. I'll be having none of that. Angel's Grace is also surprisingly great against Infect. Well, no, it's actually surprisingly horrendous against Infect. Another card maybe we should have looked into taking out. Because I'm pretty sure we still get the Infect token. Yeah, we still get Infect. Infected. Do we play Sundial here? I don't think we need to. I think I'd rather hold up Negate. Can we die? 4, 8, 9. We can die, certainly. So I'm going to pass. But yeah, like you survive that turn, but then we untap and we still have 10 poison tokens, so we die. So it seems great, right? But it's actually not the best. We're going to be leading on the settle, so I hope we draw some lands. Might of Old Krosa, good enough to counter. Opponent only has 2 cards in hand. So they either have a Dispel or something. This ties up their mana at minimum. So there's the Dispel or Spell Pierce. Okay, so they're still hitting us for 5 here. And that's it. They don't have any more pump spells in hand. They could have the Blossoming Defense still. Chance for Glory to draw an extra card. What does that do for us? I don't think we're dead. If we were dead, opponent would have cast something, I think. So I'm going to set up with Sundial here. Oh. No. Okay. Ooh. I wanted to be able to get that fetch land. But opponent wisely didn't fetch anyways. You gain a lot of value from Sundial for people not playing against it. People who just look at it and say, oh, that card's horrendous. Okay, so we're taking lethal here. We're going to play the Angel's Grace just because, but we are dead. So they drew that turn. That's okay. That happens. All right. So Angel's Grace, I'm not too keen on. But it's probably just a necessity, right? They showed Dispel, which makes me want Settle less. I think that's fine. Yep. Keep it. I'm tempted just to lead this on 1. I think I'm going to. Makes it so if opponent has them, they're not likely to commit any to the board, or they're going to try to make us pop it either way. Either way, we get some value out of it. We have Anger of the Gods, is what I'm hoping to get. Sure. Yeah, I'm just gonna pop it. I guess we'll wait, right? No harm in waiting. I'm expecting opponent to jam a Blighted Agent. But we'll see. If they just go to combat, we're going to pop it in combat, I think. Interesting. We cannot Anger of the Gods that. But I think we do pop it. Chance for Glory, all right. Here we're going to get a white mana source. I think we can just get, well, I'm not going to be that conservative. So opponent can use a pump spell to get rid of the Saheeli. But Saheeli at least goes for one turn before we can maybe start getting some value off the Snapcasters. We don't need another Chance for Glory. Without a Sundial, we don't want too many of these effects in our hand. So I'm expecting opponent to play... Ooh, Inkmoth is good. 2 Spell Skites, okay. I'm very glad we have this Anger. Looking for land Gideon. I'm not going to hate another Anger. Another land isn't bad either, because then we get to use this Anger and dispel any pump spells. Okay. We've scryed some things to the bottom that I'm not interested in. Like, I'm not going to fetch unless we absolutely have to. Negate. Yeah, we probably want that. Though we are going to need a way. I don't know if we have a way, actually. So the only way we're going to be able to get rid of this Inkmoth Nexus is, like, we're on a 10-turn clock. If they want to pump, the only way we have to interact with this, thanks to these spell skites, is just dispels and negates and Snapcasters. Sure. So we have one, two, three. So from here on out, we're going to be just looking for ways to win. Bottom of that. I might actually ultimate Saheeli for a Sundial. Remains to be seen. Sure. We have Dispel and Negate. Oh, attacking Saheeli. All right. So we don't have to worry about ultimating, but that's good. Okay. Lightning Bolt. Huh. We can Anger of the Gods. Bolt. 2, 4. Bolt, Snap Bolt. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe we do need this. No, I don't think we do. If the opponent's just gonna ping our Saheeli, we're all right. We're accruing more value just from the scry. We're also dealing damage. Distortion Strike. I think if we counter this as it resolves, yeah. So let's just negate this. It's not the sexiest spell to interact with, but it would have. Yeah, I guess it wouldn't have killed Saheeli. I don't know. That I probably should have held on to that. Chance for Glory, okay. No thank you, Chance for Glory. Are we just going to get there with Saheeli? This is a very weird game. Opponent kept a very reactive hand. Or a very slow hand, I suppose. Land destruction would have been great this game. Okay, they've gone off the Saheeli train, which means they have the pump in hand, or they're close to getting the pump in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is just Blossoming Defense. I think we can say, well, we'll let him hit us. We still have Dispel, Snap Dispel. Ooh, this is 5, 6. That's fine. This is a Sundial, all right. Bottom that. Do we play the Sundial, though? Makes it so we cannot Dispel, Snap, Dispel. I think we can wait. And we'll just try to start stringing turns together after this turn. What a grind. I'm worried about a land. Looks like they don't have one. Attacking Saheeli. Okay, sure. Alright, we're going to fetch now. I know we've just ruined all those scries, but we're in the end game. We're in the end game now. Okay, so we're going to fetch again. Land is actually quite good. Negate, sure. So we can play Sundial here. Dispel, Snap, Dispel. We can actually play Chance for Glory into Snapcaster. I think we're going to wait. We're going to do that in opposite turn. We're going to Snapcaster, ideally something on their turn. Let's see if they have a way to get rid of the Sundial, too. Okay, not yet. Opponent enters combat. Attack Saheeli again. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna win, aren't we? Do we play the Snapcaster? I think now we do. We have negate in hand. Let's red, white. I think we can, yeah, we're just going to start gaining some Snapcaster value here. We're not going to get anything fun to snap back, sadly, because we haven't drawn any ops or lightning bolts or anything. But we are just going to start growing a Snapcaster army. Opponent deciphering what's going on. This is a new well, not new. I think Saheeli Sundial has been a thing a while ago when Saheeli was printed. It's a decent interaction. Okay. Undo negate, just in case they have something. So we're going to attack with both. Opponent's going to block. And we're going to end the turn on the end step. I suppose... I guess it's... What would we rather have? Would we rather have tokens? I think we'd rather have tokens. So, end the turn. We keep our tokens. Drew another Sundial. This time we're going to copy a Snapcaster. We should have copied the target, because if they have a removal spell, this would fizzle it. And we'd be left without our original Snapcaster. This is still a token, so I believe Saheeli will still exile it if we didn't have Sundial. At every end step. Okay, opponent's got something here. Kicker. I think we just win on this thing, so I'm okay. Dropping a... Well, just drop it a spell on that. Yeah. Oh, no! Opponent didn't let us. So, okay. We were going to flashback Chance for Glory, 1, 2, 3. End the turn. Probably copy again. We don't even have to then. We'd probably plus cast Chance for Glory. End the turn. Oh, no, we wouldn't even need... Yeah, we would for the last End the Glory. And basically just keep cycling through and Chance for Glories until we get just enough Snapcaster Mages. It would have been close, but we were going to get there. Yeah. You can see, like, Saheeli, Snapcaster, Sundial, very powerful. Potentially very powerful. And then we just get these Chance for Glories, which happen to synergize with Sundial, so Sundial isn't quite as bad. And then we have also, and the other End the Turn card. Very, very good card. Very good cards in general. And yep, that is Saheeli. I'm not sure if that's quote unquote the best build. Where is Saheeli turns? But that is my build currently. I encourage you guys to go out there, start brewing up some Saheeli turns. But yeah, these are all big, a little bit of a combo. It remains to be seen if we don't want just more Gideons or more Felidar Guardians for the combo. I'm definitely hedging my bets here. I think the ideal version of the deck is running probably 4 of one of these two. I think we might actually just want Faithless Looting over Opt. I do feel like we need a bit more card selection. Probably run another land as well. Though with Faithless Looting, we're less likely to get... We need lands a little bit less, I think. But yeah, this Sundial the Infinite, we didn't get this play against Control, but Sundial the Infinite and early Sundial is kind of a nightmare card for Control because they can no longer play on our end step. Just having this out tilts the advantage bar towards our side. I think pretty heavily. No longer, like anything on the end step, they can't play on our turn. It does make it so that we kind of don't want to play on our turn too, because we don't want to get caught with our own spell on the stack. But it's an interesting shell game. Sundial and Glorious End, being able to end the turn is a very powerful effect in Modern. And I think if they ever print functionally reprint Glorious End, Sundial the Infinite will be very, 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 very good. I think Sundial the Infinite is just good right now. I think this works. It's interesting. I'm not sure if making indestructible Snapcaster mages is where you want to be. Maybe we want to make indestructible Torrential Gearhulks. Maybe we want to be making indestructible Niv Mizzet Perun. This card I've been actually really happy with in Jund grindy matchups. It's the game. Obviously, it's kind of more of a sideboard card. You have to be sure the game's going to go along. But if you know you're going to be able to get to turn 6, this card is a card advantage engine. Amazing card advantage engine. And I'm actually, my next recording this week is probably going to be running Niv Mizzet. It's going to be a blue-red missions briefing list. And in testing anyways, Niv Mizzet has been doing a lot of crazy things. So hopefully we'll get around to that. Hope you guys enjoyed this. It did some interesting thing. Obviously, you got to see Saheeli Snapcaster Loop. We didn't get to do the Felidar Guardian, but just having it in the deck really puts pressure on your interactive opponents to deal with your Saheelis and your Felidar Guardians, which, while very important to the list, they don't really having people interact with these still leaves us live to these crazy Sundial, Gideon, Chance for Glory, Glorious Ends, and our Snapcaster Mage is snapping them back. Like, you can still cycle through some turns even without these, and hopefully just end the game with Gideon or something weird. That's usually, I don't know if you noticed, but almost every game we've played, I think every game we played, just played out very strangely, and that's not just variance. That's just, this deck creates really strange games of Magic, because it plays with things like ending the turn and extra turns and ending the turn on your turn. It kind of makes Magic weird. Make Magic weird again might as well be the slogan of this deck. I think if I was going to go forward with the Jeskai list again, I would test probably Jace in the main deck, because I get to a lot of points where the game just kind of stalls, and we either have Felidar Saheeli or we have Gideon or something. And your opponent will either concede because this deck is a nightmare to play against, or you'll end up just winning randomly. But I think I like the idea of maybe putting Keranos, Jace, main deck. I think that's where I'm going to test next. But yeah, get out there, get your Chance for Glories. They're pretty cheap right now. And I don't think it's going to break the format. But I think if this deck at all appeals to you, outside of Snapcaster Mage, this is actually a pretty cheap deck in Modern, especially on Magic Online. And you can certainly run cards that are cheaper than Jace in your sideboard. Like, you can just run a couple. Honestly, you can just rev some Niv Mizzets. The difference between them is not that great. I'd run some more lands if we're running more Niv Mizzets or Niv Mizzet at all. But yeah, this deck can certainly become a budget list. In fact, thinking about it now, I kind of wish I had built it budget. But that's all right. This is fun anyways. Snapcaster, Saheeli, Sundial the Infinite is just a fun little combo. And you toss in making it indestructible in there. It's pretty good. But yeah, this is fertile ground for brewing. This build has kind of got my stamp of approval, but I think it's going to keep growing, and I'm pretty sure there's a better build out there. And I highly encourage you guys to go out there and find your own builds, be your own manager, your Mr. Manager. I keep meaning to get rid of this in between. I'm sorry, sideboarding. I really do. I forget that this obstructs cards. So I keep meaning to change that, but I'm usually too hyper-focused to do that. Or maybe I could just make this a little bigger. One of the two. Do something along these lines. But yeah, we're going to be upgrading production quality over these next couple of weeks, so be on the lookout for that. Anyways, I'm Andrew. Hope you guys are having a lovely day. Hope you're having a lovely week. And yes, you heard that right. There will be more recordings this week. Stay tuned. Signing off. Dear fun. Hope you guys are good.